Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Our meeting's a little delayed, but we had a little setback at the elementary school. Everything is fine. There was a report of smoke in the building. It was a belt from the air handler for the air conditioning unit. So it's nothing to be concerned about, and we'll be back ready to go tomorrow, right? Good. All right.
This unit is crying
No
in
pressure.
the back of the room.
No pressure.
You can't see that.
All right, so we've addressed that. Presentations. I'll turn it over to you.
So I will make this brief, but I thought the Board of Education and community should see this. One of the things I saw when I came on was our website was a little bit left to desire on some of the informational pieces of this. And I thought by looking at other school districts that we could definitely improve on it. So I charged Luke Goodstein, one of our tech gurus, and Marcia Diaz, who is responsible for our website, to investigate and develop and create a new website for our school district. And what Luke is up there showing now is what is the structure and face of our district. We will go live with the same IP address, I believe, Luke, on July 1. As you can see, the district, the page is much more user-friendly, clear and concise. It will ultimately, the languages are up top, we placed in, which was a feature of our past website, but it's much more, everything's clearer on this. In addition to that, as we switch over to Parent Square, which we talked about during our budget hearings, Parent Square will be linked into our website. So all announcements that principals and myself send out will actually populate the website. Calendars right up front.
These are all linked to Google, so they update instantly when we make changes.
And can you go to the district, maybe just the district page? So district information, where we're going to put board pictures. We're going to really try to personalize the page a little more. Contact, just so everybody knows. One of the things that came up and has come up in the past is emails and staff emails, which we all know creates data kind of issues, or could create data issues for our district. But the new form lets us contact staff a little different. But if you wanted to email me, you'll be able to do this, and it'll actually, now what, Luke, did they get a link with this or anything?
No, they enter all the information here, but they will not see anybody in the district's email.
Right.
So they'll send the message out, you receive it from the website with their email address, and then you can choose to respond, but they'll never see yours. So that was a huge issue we had before.
That's great security.
That's good. I know they took everything down and it was hard to find anybody
Yeah.
because you couldn't find an email. That's great.
Yeah.
And maybe go to John Marshall page.
I like how it's organized
Yeah,
with the
drop downs
elementary
and-
school first.
Yeah. So you can see it's just clearer. Everything about it has more of a brighter feel to it, as opposed to it just got really boring, and the information kind of got repetitive. Again, the features of this website are wonderful. It's great, but it is only as good as the information that's being provided to us from the buildings, from the district. And as we grow the website and develop the website, it'll be key to continue to update that information.
Do parents have to sign up for the Parent Square?
That's going out. Chuck is going to send out an email to our staff starting tomorrow, and then a parent email is going to go out on School Messenger for registration to Parent Square. And again,
What happens if they don't register for it though?
we're gonna continue to push out the
Until we get
emails.
everybody.
Yes. And again, Parent Square, which is a very key, is an incredibly key component to all of this, is our new way that we will be communicating. It is an app. You could download it on the App Store, the Android store, or whatever that may be. And it populates. And again, I have on my on it. I have my, not only East Hampton on my parents' square, but it also lets me go to my children's schools and I have them. So you don't have to get multiple apps. It doesn't, and each has different features in it, which is great, but it is something very, very important. So we will not be just getting rid of School Messenger. We will be using it until we get everybody registered for Parent Square.
And is Parent Square replacing Google Groups?
It's replacing School Messenger.
No, but School Messenger is like the text message we get.
Yes, the
But then,
email and
like-
the communication.
Ms. Smith, Dr. Soriano, like everyone sort of sends out Google Group. Are those?
Those
still
are
there?
all still part of School Messenger. School Messenger will be no more. Everything will go through Parent Square via email, text, groups, everything through Parent Square. It is way, there's a level of more effectiveness. It's features. School Messenger is very antiquated.
Yeah,
and
it pushes
is-
out everywhere.
So say
So
our Google Group then is
Part of
School
that.
Messenger?
It's School Messenger,
Right now
yeah.
it
So
is.
like Charlie has the middle school, so he had a few COVID cases today. He pushed that out through School Messenger.
Okay, I thought that was just Google.
Yeah, he'll be able to, like somebody, if I was principal and you created, forms, you could develop them in Parent Square, so there could be set forms, set timings to everything. It's
The nice
great,
thing
and
is
the app is huge
we
too.
can adjust it. So if you send something out and we need to make a correction, 2 seconds and you make the correction before, we'd have to resend that post out.
Yeah,
But you can make corrections on the fly, which is really nice.
So what about the, emergency robocalls?
it'll
So
all
those
go
will
through
be-
Parent Square.
Okay, so those will be discontinued too.
Yep.
So basically, everyone now has to have a cell phone then. Yeah, but
No, you can, this will go through anything. It goes, so
It'll go to
So
your-
you choose, so like with Parent Square, I get my via email, via app, and via text. So you choose your preferences on Parent
Okay.
Square. So you don't have to get that.
So you can get it on
You can get it
now.
any way you want. So I get it in all three from my children's school, which I don't know why I do that. Yes, it's my
Safety
choice.
net,
It seems
safety
ridiculous now. But it actually, it forces you to look in all those, you can't miss it.
So can you upload the current contact information that we have for that now into the system?
Mhm.
Or do people have to re-register?
No, you have to acknowledge, I believe you have to acknowledge, I believe what Chuck Westergaard's gonna do is upload and pull all of our contact information, but you have to acknowledge it. So when it goes out, there's an acknowledgement of it for Parent Square. That's what I believe is the case.
Yeah, we'll pull it from school.
Because
Yeah, it's like an
maybe-
invitation.
Yep.
All right,
Yes.
and that invitation will go out via School Messenger? Or via
Yes.
parents? I don't mean to be weird, but like, a lot of people have blocks, so I do.
You know what? That's a good question. I think it might be pushed out because it's emailed through the Square, but I am not positive on
Because
that.
it would
I
make
don't know.
sense, just, I would just say, like, everyone's busy and you miss things, and it would make sense, I think, to let people know via School Messenger that this
Yes.
is going to happen, and to look for X address, and if you don't see X address, check your spam folder.
Yeah.
Or whatever, because a lot of people have.
Yeah, because the
blocks and
next one
things
will
don't
come from
through.
Parent Square asking you to accept it. So that's.
Right,
Yes,
and
you're gonna get-
I 10 out of 10 times,
Yeah.
I don't accept anything that comes to me.
Yeah, so there's gonna be an email, a general email that goes out.
Wanting for it, you would accept it,
Correct.
and not think it was spam, right?
Yes, there's gonna be a general email that goes out. The email is gonna indicate the switching of School Messenger to Parent Square. Then it's gonna tell you you're gonna get an email from Parent Square and what it exactly says. And it's gonna say, this is not spam next to it. And then it's gonna teach you how to register and confirm your identity through Parent
And I
Square.
would send it out also through the kids at the schools, to just send it out at the beginning of school to make sure parents have it, and with registration materials and stuff like that.
Any questions on the website?
That's great. Yeah.
Very nice.
Good job. I
Thank
mean,
you so much.
Luke and Marcia worked really hard on this.
Just real quick, just a quick side by side of what we had before. This, I just wanted to show you, this is actually, don't pay attention to this, but this is how it's gonna look, mobile view, just so you guys can get an idea. It's gonna look a little different because the phone's a lot smaller, but it'll give you a kind of brief idea. And then these are kind of a waffle menu that you click down and go to. And then we kind of put everything in one spot for the parents as well. So there's no more go here, go there, go here. It's just parent resources, and everything you need is all tabbed and drop downs.
Okay,
Okay.
great,
Cool, very nice.
Thanks.
thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yep. There's the schools.
Hey, Karen, you want to go first?
I stole your thunder though, sorry.
No, thankfully, all of the students from the after-school program had already left for the day.
Oh, good.
All of the
They
project
were supposed to leave at
employees were okay.
5:15 or something like that, I think. I remember.
Yes, thankfully, everybody's okay. And a huge thank you. I mean, we're so fortunate to live in the community we do, right? I mean, everybody showed up. Our police, our fire,
Even Tim.
our fire police.
Fire police showed up.
Fire police, our EMTs, to make sure that everybody was okay. So we live in a phenomenal community, so thank you to everybody. And, doors will be open tomorrow. We have moving up, which we've moved indoors because both tomorrow and the rain date look like rain. So we'll have our 5th grade moving up indoors tomorrow. Pre-K celebration of learning will be on Thursday. Today we had our seniors walk the hall. Thank you so much.
Oh, that was so fun.
And I would
So
say
fun.
over 30, right, Jackie? I would say over.
It was a lot, and I have to say, obviously it's my son, but even when my son isn't there, it makes me cry. Because it's like you go back and you forget how little the little ones are, and then you see these bearded people coming through saying I can't believe it. I mean, it was such a beautiful day, and all the teachers, and it really just sort of affirms again for all of us. The teachers come and are hugging their kids, and it's just such a warm,
Connections.
lovely day, and all the little ones are cheering, and they're so excited. It was so nice.
And we had them walk a path where they exit the building, and so many of them came back.
They came back for more.
They come back for
They
more.
did. They came, and I have to say, they were all saying, "I want to go to the middle school."
Well, they could have come up to the beach and helped
Oh,
out,
yeah.
although you wouldn't get them back.
Yeah. It was really, really nice. Really
Yes,
fun.
very sweet morning. And that's the last thing I'll say. A thank you also. All of our beach days went off phenomenally. Thank you to transportation for getting our students to and from. Thank you to both the village and the town lifeguards, really, for keeping our students safe. And this is it. Early dismissal at 11 o'clock tomorrow and Thursday, and 10:15 on Friday.
Thank you.
Too close.
Doctor?
So as I said, we had our beach bash today, and we're really threading the eye of the needle when it comes to the weather this time of year.
Yeah.
We lucked out, and it was perfect. That's the main event for the 8th graders now, and we had a DJ. They were able to have their choice of lunch up at the beach shack that was paid for by the PTA.
Oh, nice.
And they played spike ball. Mr. Finazzo organized a tournament, and they just hung out, and it was really nice. And then when they came back to school, we had a surprise. The ice cream truck rolled up,
Oh, great.
and they were all out on the front lawn. And they had ice cream, and the staff had ice cream, and it was really sweet. So that's the
That's so
beach
fun.
bash.
Was that them all in the front of the school this morning when I was?
Well, waiting for the buses to
Yes,
go up.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and-
I was
and-
wondering, I was like, where's the field trip?
It was a perfect day. I mean, it was really sweet, and everyone was well behaved, and they took care of each other, and it was
Great.
just good to see. Because they're now starting to feel they're leaving. So that this is the time when you start to get a little bit of those vibrations, but it was very sweet. And then tomorrow, we'll have our yearbook day for grade 8. And then what else do they have tomorrow? They have a lot. They have graduation rehearsal. And once again, as Sandy asked when she came in, we will see how it goes for Thursday night. It's plan A, B, or C. So bring your umbrella if you're going to show up, and you're all
It's supposed to clear out.
invited.
It's supposed to clear out.
Yeah, you should be okay.
I have cookie.
Well, we'll see. You never know.
Right
It would be
now,
changeable.
as of this moment, Thursday looks sunny all day. As of this moment, it changed
So it
again.
cleared up.
Is that an Android or an iPhone?
iPhone now says
She got that
it
for
changed.
Google.
Okay, well,
It looks like Wednesday's
Yeah,
the
they
rain
said
day now, Thursday's sun.
got clear.
I'm in.
Clear.
But we should
Sunny.
be good. And then we have Waves Day on Thursday for everybody. So all the kids in grade 6, 7, and 8 get a copy of Waves, which I have for you, just as a preview that the advisor sent, so you would get a copy. The kids work really hard. You were involved in it when you were in middle school. But they did a great job, so I wanted you to see it. And that's it. It's hard to believe we're at the end.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And I'll give you that.
Hope the other principals bought gifts for the board. And the superintendent.
Middle school graduation is at 7 on Thursday.
7, yeah.
Here's our yearbook. Looks great. It's like a comic,
Yeah, that's, Kimber Mayo did the cover on
It's
that.
really nice. I haven't been around.
Yeah, they did a beautiful job. So Mr. Stewart and Ms. Capabianco just hit it out of the park. So the yearbook is out.
Yeah.
We had our end of the year carnival, which was awesome on the last day of school. We took all of that energy and just transferred it outside, which worked out beautifully and was just truly the perfect ending to the year. And there was something for everyone out there, including bubble soccer for Mr. Fine. And you may have noticed the tent is up, so graduation is on this Friday. All systems are go for graduation. So we're gearing up, and 6 o'clock, and we're just really looking forward to a traditional graduation under the tent. So banquet was a huge success. Students had a wonderful time. It was a perfect venue because there was, again, something for everyone. They had the arcade, they could dance, great food. So kudos to Ms. Fitzgerald and Coach Erickson for putting that together. And we had our procession through the elementary school, so it was awesome to bring that back today. And Regents exams are underway, and we're sort of looking at them in light of COVID. We're seeing a few dips here and there, but overall pleasantly surprised that the grades are about equal to where we were pre-COVID. So we're not seeing like a huge hit in how students are doing on them. So that's it. That's all we got.
How fast do they get their grades back?
It's a pretty quick turnaround time, that takes the department, depending on the exam, a day or two to grade. And then, we scan them, and then BOCES sends the actual final grades usually the next morning. So it's about a 2-day turnaround, depending on, English takes a little longer, but, it's pretty quick. Yeah.
Just one more thing. I know we've talked about, our teachers and our support personnel leading us through COVID. But I think for me, going through, the last year as superintendent, prior to that as assistant sup, I think our principals have done the most admirable job leading their buildings through the most challenging times up until about 10 minutes ago too. So, and being somebody who's been in their shoes, I think none of this works without that dedicated, committed leadership and unwavering, willing to take a stand in so many different regards. I know we definitely all, the three principals, we all didn't agree 100% on everything going through this year, but the ability to collaborate and ultimately come to a consensus is something to behold. And I appreciate all three of your incredible dedication and commitment to this community, your schools, your staff. I know I am very, very lucky to have you, and I believe this community is. So I want to personally thank you, and I'm sure the board feels the same way. But thank you, and and thank you for being someone I could blame when I mess up. So I truly also appreciate you. Thank you.
100% agree.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks. Consent agenda. Can I have a motion to accept the consent
I'll
agenda?
make a motion. Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And then, let's see. Public comment?
No, did we skip? I think we skipped.
Did we skip public comment?
Yeah, number
Matt,
6.
Matt, do you have any public comment? Anybody on the phone?
No, we don't have any callers at this time.
Terrific. All right, so now we're new with the superintendent's reports and recommendations. Number one, recommend the board approve the following resolution. You hereby resolve the Board of Education of the East Hampton Union Free School District approve the terms of the memorandum of agreement dated June 21st, 2022, between the district of East Hampton School District Teachers Association regarding the terms and conditions of the employment for the members of the Teachers Association bargaining unit, and be it further resolved that the superintendent of schools is authorized to execute the resulting collective bargaining agreement on behalf of the board. Can I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second. Any discussion?
I want to personally thank the EHTA leadership. I want to thank Tim Fromm and Sam Schneider and their ability to negotiate and to come together for this deal, which I believe is in the best interest of this district. I think the taxpayers of this community, it really locked up their incredible teaching staff for the next 5 years. I know both sides gave, both sides took a little, but it was really a fruitful process on every side.
And just as a board too, it's nice to know that things are moving along and that it's not in any way, I don't have another word for it, but adversarial or anything other than that. It's always been such a really good relationship. And, as Adam was saying, you go back to COVID and things that are not contractual. Some things are, there's those areas that you have to work together. And I think as a board and as a group, we all just, I think, can work together and do, and it's appreciated from our end to not hear, things are not well is a really nice thing to know. And that comes from all of you guys, that are in this room and the union folks that are not in this room at the moment, but it is much appreciated. Thank you. Any discussion? Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye. And thank you to Florence and
Yes. Oh, of
our legal
course. Yeah,
team as well,
absolutely.
who represented the board.
One of the other people that aren't in the room, but yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and the board relies very heavily on
Yes.
our legal counsel.
Yes. And who does a great job.
Does a
frankly.
great job.
And just for any opposed?
No.
Good. Number two, recommend that the board approve the following resolution. Be it hereby resolved that the Board of Education of the East Hampton Union Free School District approve the terms of the agreement dated June 21st, 2022 between the district and the East Hampton Union Free School District School-Related Professionals Association regarding all 183-day employees commencing work for the 2022-23 school year on September 1st, 2022. And be it further resolved, the President of the Board of Education be authorized to execute the resulting collective bargaining agreement on behalf of the board. Can I have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Discussion?
We just had to move a start date contractually with the union.
Great. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number three. Recommend the board approve the following resolution. Resolve that Victoria Operetta is upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools appointed to a speech and language disabilities teaching position, 10-year area speech and language disabilities, who holds a valid New York State certification in the aforesaid area for probationary term commencing August 31st, 2022, and expires August 30th, 2026, at the annual salary of $66,557. Can I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Discussion?
Welcome.
Yes. Congratulations. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number four, recommend the board approve the following resolution. Resolve that Matthew Hernandez is upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools appointed to a secondary foreign language Spanish teaching position, 10-year area Spanish 7 through 12, who holds a valid New York State certification in the aforesaid area for a probationary term to commence August 31st, 2022, and to expire on August 30th, 2026, at the annual salary of $66,557. Have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? Welcome, congratulations again. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number five, recommended the board approve the following resolution. Resolve that Jacqueline Bates is upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools appointed to an elementary special education teaching position, 10-year area special education grades 1 through 6, who holds a valid New York State certification in the aforesaid 10-year area for a probationary term to commence August 31st, 2022, expire on August 30th, 2026, at the initial salary of $57,875. Can I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Congratulations. I think someone's here. Thanks for coming. Much appreciated.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Terrific. If you want to go too, you are more than welcome.
Not you, Val.
Your mom has to stay.
Upload.
In that case,
Speaking of turnaround.
take care, guys. Number 6, recommended the board approve the following resolution. Resolve that the board approve the contract agreement between the East Hampton Union Free School District and Joseph Lapani, Automotive Mechanic 3, head school bus driver for the 2022-23 school year in accordance with the terms and conditions set forth in said contract agreement. Can I have a motion?
Take motion.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? It's
At least one more, yeah.
one,
Yeah,
exactly.
hopefully, yep.
And which we're very happy about. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 7. Recommend the board approve the following resolution. Resolve that the board approve the following consultant agreement for the 2022-23 school year as follows. Number 1, consultant agreement between East Hampton Union Free School District and Patricia Tobin, RN, for the purposes of providing special education student nursing care services at the hourly rate of $55 for the 2022-23 school year in accordance with the terms and conditions set forth in said consulting agreement. Number 2, I'm going to go to number 4. The consulting agreement between East Hampton Union Free School District and LI Site Incorporated for the purposes of providing Department of Motor Vehicle 19A testing services for the LI Site Incorporated testing training class price list for the 2022-23 school year in accordance with the terms and conditions set forth in said consultant agreement. Can I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion?
No.
Anything in here?
Nothing, no.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 8, recommended that the board approve the following resolution. Resolve that the Board of Education of the East Hampton Union Free School District hereby approves a transportation agreement between with Project Most dated June 21st, 2022, in accordance with the terms and conditions set forth with said transportation agreement. Can I have a motion?
Make a motion. Second.
Second? Any discussion here?
Is he new, right?
Yeah.
No, Project Most reached out. The Springs couldn't handle their transportation. So we were able to put together a proposal. Sam was able to write a contract and we're finding a driver to take care of it. And we will bill them for that. And it helped them. It was
driving
Our
the kids
neighbor?
home, some of the kids.
no, some to field trips, local field trips. Yeah, they need a bus all day to kind of go back and forth. So to be honest, Sam, Joe Lapani, I mean, this really helped. They had no
So the
other
summer
options.
program for
Summer, yeah, summer for their whole summer program. Yeah, so,
You're be on
yeah,
those
so,
buses.
yeah. No, it's.
Thank
this is
you, thank you. Thank you.
Good.
That's great.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 9, recommended the board approve the following resolution. Resolved, whereas the Southampton Public School solicited bid automotive parts and supplies on May 21st, 2021. And I'm going to go way down the bottom. Resolved that the Board of Education hereby authorizes the President of the Board of Education and the Superintendent to sign said necessary documents. Can I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion?
I mean, Sam, this is piggyback.
This is piggybacking off of Southampton School District's bid. They have everything that we need, and rather than reinvent the wheel, they've agreed to allow us to work off of their presence.
Excellent. That's good. Working together in 2 resolutions in a row. It's good.
Wow.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 10, recommended the board with gratitude, an anonymous donation to the school district of Alexa Echo Snow Smart speaker for the use of the high school's life skills program. Can I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? Thank you very much.
Yeah, great.
Very nice. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 11, recommended the board approve the disposal of damaged and obsolete district Chromebooks, phones, Radium equipment, and computers as itemized in the attached damage and obsolete technology equipment list dated June 16th, 2022. Can I have a motion?
Second.
Second? Any discussion?
Cleaning things out.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, any opposed? We're good. So what else do we have?
Old business.
Old business. Old business, Howard Park.
So some discussion came up regarding Herrick Park. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of construction this started, I believe, in October. I made it very clear. I had a talk with one of the village administrators regarding the district and its use of the park and its priority to keep everything the status quo for our district and our kids. That was met very positively. In August, we are getting together with Dr. Soriano, myself, and the village to analyze the complete annihilation of the park during the school year, and I'm sure I will call EMS for Dr. Soriano.
Call EMS.
Yeah, we know that's going to be. We know in the end it's going to be better for our kids, but there's going to be some flexibility needed by the school district between probably October and possibly May, I think, but we'll see how long that goes with construction. We have to see how that goes, but we will look at that in August and to see where we are. But we are, from my standpoint, I'm very pleased at the communication from the village as it relates to the park.
But so in general, the meeting's in August, and they're moving our tennis courts. They're not doing the paddle right now. Any other details?
No, I mean, my understanding was status quo with
We're
that.
back to where we
We're back where we
started.
started. Not where the usage is going to be there for the tennis courts and for our program in a year, and that that other sport didn't. I didn't think it was going to materialize.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also stated at that time we didn't know, and I stated to the village that the board's priority was to maintain the current level of functioning or usage for our school, and we did.
And there's no objection to that. They understand that totally.
None. There was none. Yeah, none.
I think it was just, I think it's one of those things, it's an idea, somebody talks about it, and then it all of a sudden takes off, and then you come back full circle again, and here's where we are.
Yep.
Pickleball, you can play on a tennis court and it doesn't hurt, it actually be good for our kids, where this was a totally, and I know very little about it, I'm gonna be honest with you, but it was a totally different type of court. So, sounds like we have what we need.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. And it'll be closer to us on top of that, which would be good for everyone. New business. Anything for new business? Anybody have anything? No? Public comment? Matt, do you have anything for public comment?
Yes, we have one caller on the line. I'll put him through.
All right. Go ahead when you're ready.
Hey, board and administration. This is Chrissy Sampson here from the East Hampton Star.
How are you?
I am going to break the fourth wall here for a minute. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you in person, but I wanted to give kudos and credit where it's due to the kids, if you allow me to. I wanted to say how proud I am of the East Hampton High School kids who are members of the Guildhall Teen Arts Council. There are about 16 or 18 East Hampton kids who worked alongside peers from Ross and Pearson. And they, for the second year, created a magazine all on their own called Teen Zine. And last year's was dedicated to environmental activism, and this year's edition is dedicated to uncovering the history of slavery on the East End and related issues affecting Black, Indigenous people of color. You'll see photos and essays, interviews, original creative writing, digital art, all by the students themselves. And a lot of the East Hampton kids really impressed me with their talent, their intelligence, their articulate way of communicating. It's really heavy material, and the students all handled it so well. And it's called Teen Zine. You can pick up a copy for free at the East Hampton Star office. I just wanted to say it's truly my honor to help these kids out with this type of project. They give me hope for the future. We older generations are really in good hands with these kids. That's all.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
Thanks for
Chrissy, and I'm
calling in.
sure, I just want to say to you, Chrissy, like, I know I'm sure if you worked with them, you're an amazing mentor for those
Absolutely.
kids. I know that when my son interned at the Star, you were an amazing mentor to him. So I have no doubt that their success is in no small measure due to your mentorship of them. They are great kids.
Thank you.
Thank you. I really love these kids. So yeah, they're great. Thanks. Bye.
Have a great
Bye,
night.
Chrissy.
Anybody, any other comments from the board? Anybody else have anything you want to talk about? To say? Good. Motion to adjourn?
Make a motion.
Second? On favor?
Bye.
All right.